Hey guys, it's me, Zarbix, here with another video for Warhammer Online, Return of Reckoning, this time on gearing your character out with Open RvR. This is in a series of sets on how to gear out your character, PvE, Open RvR, and scenarios. This is number 2, Open RvR, one of the best, if not fastest ways to gear out your character in Warhammer. So, we just started the game, you're doing scenarios, you're doing Open RvR, that's fighting in the lakes, in Tier 1, in the orange areas. You're getting different medallions. Now, you'll get medallions from killing players, you'll get them from capturing the zone, and that'll be used primarily, at least at the early levels, to buy your gear. Now, in the Tier 1 war camps, you will find a recruit medallion quartermaster. That is where you will spend your tokens to buy your first gear set, which is Decimator. Only 2 pieces. The boots are bind on equips. You can even buy this from the auction house or another player, or have them handed off to you if you need to. You can also buy potions and a few other things, but for the most part, that is the first set. That is what you're going to buy first in the game. Also keep in mind, other NPCs will exist in the war camps that'll give you access to green gear. This is the very, very, very beginner starter stuff in Warhammer. It'll be low level, belts and boots and just a few little things that you'll need to get started. After you get out of Tier 1, after you hit level 16, you have to pick up all your gear in the city, both for Order and Destro. On Destro side in Inevitable City, it'll be around here at the bottom, and in Altdorf, it'll be in the war quarters right here. You'll find a lot of vendors. This is where you're going to spend your tokens. So as you start leveling up, you're going to get different tokens from killing different players. Once you get out of Tier 2, we can pull up a quick list here to see what you can get. So first you start getting, recruits medallions, then you start getting scout, then you get soldier, then you get officer, then you get conqueror. The higher you go, the higher the tier of the medallions you're going to get, the currency that you'll use to buy the majority of your gear. So if we take a quick look at this guide, start out with Decimator, you'll move on to Obliterator, Devastator, and then finally in the mid-30s, you'll go to Annihilator. These sets actually get better and better, and you get more pieces as you go. You can see Obliterator actually has 3 pieces, and as you move on to the soldier one, you can actually see that the Devastator has 5, and then finally you move on to Annihilator. These sets are really, really good, but they're going to be for a very specific spec for your class. So you can see that for the Squig Herder, it's more of a offensive one, but if you're a healer, it could be your defensive set. For a tank, it could be your shield spec. Generally, from Open RvR, you get your main class specialization, so tanking for healers, tanking for tanks, healing for healers, and DPS for DPS. The other way of gearing it is scenarios, and that'll be your off-spec, so defensive stuff, offensive stuff for tanks, and DPS healer gear. Keep just going out into the lakes, killing players, getting those medallions, go to the city, buy your stuff, and eventually when you do get into Tier 2, 3, and 4, when a zone flips, you'll get a bag roll, and in those bags, you'll have your chance to get these pieces without having to spend the tokens. So hopefully that gives you a good idea on how you gear up your character with Open RvR, get your tokens, get to the city, buy your sets, and kill some players. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you in my scenario gearing guide shortly. Thanks guys.